Yes, welcome back. And I'm actually in a pretty hurry to make this video right now because the sun is going down and it's going fast. And that's the light source. So let's see if we can manage to pull it off. Yeah. The video today is Billy Idol. Yes, we're gonna talk Billy Idol, and we also are gonna do a thing I never done before. Yes, sir, Reebok. Since I don't make my own thumbnails for the video, I'm gonna, for the sake of the Billy Idol video, I'm gonna put up my Billy Idol on the staffelier. Yeah. I always just use the thumbnail that YouTube decides to. It's easier, so you don't have to use any time on it, you know. So now we got that straight. We're going to talk about Billy Idol in, I would say, in about a couple of minutes. Let's make him wait 5 minutes because I got a little experiment. And yes, small message also for Damien Kirkwood. Your painting is on the way. It was mailed yesterday, Monday, today's Tuesday. This is what I found in the local, and this will take, I would say, 5 minutes, but it's pretty interesting. In my head anyways, the Doobie Brothers. And do mind, I only, the price for these in the local, Red Cross bin is under €2, under $2, under £2. Maybe a pound and a quarter, So it's nothing. And the record, that's my criteria. That is that the record is got to be playable. It's got to be, fine, looking. No, but for the price, it doesn't have to be mint, just good. The Doobie Brothers, and I actually like the Doobie Brothers. So yes, and what do you know? Doobie Gray. I have not give this a listen today. I'm not. It's a matter of time. I just got back from the store, and that was what I found today. This one and this one, Telix, and we will just also found a Joan Baez, yeah, and cheap as I mentioned. The price, Robert Palmer, yeah. And the Doobie Gray. I'm actually pretty curious to listen to Doobie Gray because it was just the cover, that spoke to me. But the little experiment, and what I was about to say was that I never done this in a video. It's just like, why not give this 5 minutes? It could be funny. It could be very funny. Imagine this is some real crap. But I was curious to see what Telix was. So yeah, let's give it a go. Quickly. Let's just put the needle down. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's just give it 10 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that was not that was almost exactly what I imagined. Some odd version of Kraftwerk, because I saw the dato is one. It's from 80, you know, 80, you know, straight out of the gate 80. So I guess it must have been, the Neurovision, and I wrote on the back, you know, some of the titles, and we got a Tour de France. That's way before Kraftwerk did Tour de France, I think. Neurovision, what? That's okay. But I'm not gonna, it was just like a fun little experiment. So, yeah, why not? And we could also do the same too, but yeah, Doobie. But it was just like a real last minute idea I got starting today's video. And as you can hear, the light is going away, so I'm talking fast today. But that was fun. As I promised, under 5 minutes. I'm actually pretty curious about listening to the rest of the album. Telex Neurovision is the name of the album. And yeah, I don't know nothing about the band. I just bought it. I thought that looks pretty funny, and it was. But when it just started, I thought, oh my god! And then it started to build up some, and we got some bass in it, and I'm gonna give it a go. We're gonna talk about this guy, Billy Idol. Yes, sir, Bob. And thank you for joining my small experiment. It was a blind, that's a blind as it can be, reaction to anything. Because I never heard of the band and I just got the record. So yeah. Come on. Yeah, that's the first track on the album. And then it goes into White Wedding Part 1. And we will talk about that in a second. And yeah, he even got the 1 too. It's pretty easy to, some kind of autograph. Yeah, that's just the sign. And he got the Asian shirt on. Really cool. Bleached hair, punk rock style. It is always, because when I found out, and that was pretty easy to tell. I was with this guy from the beginning. That was what I was going for. Almost. I started listening to the guy the year after this one. So, but I bought them both because that's how I found out that Billy Idol existed. This one came out, Rebel Yell. I think it's from 83 and this is from 82. I'm gonna correct it if it's wrong, but and it's pretty funny. On record number 2, it's side 3 and 4. Yeah. And I did a Wikipedia search because I must admit, I always have an ear and an eye out for new Billy Idol, but not really, just very loosely. But that's not the same, to say that I quit listening to it. I just never got further, than this in the discography. Yeah, I heard some bits of, especially the third and the fourth, I think, album, but that was at a busy time Yeah, I was in the Navy and stuff like that. But yeah, this was I bought this same day. It was like I heard the first track, it was new, and then this was in the store, and I was, I guess, at this time, back in the day, also a completist. But that was easy. So yeah, I just bought them, and I always been happy. The funny thing about the second album is it's 40-year anniversary this year, 23. So yeah. So it must be right. But this was in my community, with the friends I had at that moment when I was 13, I guess, 12, 13. I was the only one thinking this was cool, and I was also the only one thinking that Frankie Goes to Hollywood was cool, and some other stuff, but mostly Frankie Goes to Hollywood. That was like, you can have that for yourself. I was okay. I dig Frankie Goes to Hollywood, no pun intended. But I also bought this one. I think I got from my father. Yeah. Apropos the military, he traveled a lot, and he got he knew I collected vinyls, of course, and that was the gift when he come home each time. A new funny disc, and yeah, he remembered, because he's also a big movie buff, also movie buff, but music buff. But I was thinking maybe we should give White Wedding Shotgun Mix a try, because in the video, because we got White Wedding Part 1 and 2 Mega Mix 12-inch, and why not give that a go? Because this is the video where I introduce, I'm also into Billy Idol, So yeah, I guess. And I never thought about what I would call his music, other than, hard rock. But it has a lot of influences, And yeah. I just made a cut in the video, and that was because this wasn't very good sounding. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I could clean it better. Maybe, I don't know. It sounded splooshy when he sang the S word. So that was not cool. That was not playable. The 12-inch. I don't think it was good enough for the video. It sounded awful. It was like he was under a pillow. And it was, some years ago since I heard it last, and I guess it got some dirt on it, or it got worse in a way. It never sounded that bad. So I made a call very quickly. It sounded like shit, and I thought that's not cool. That's not cute. So we gonna this video is really made on the fly, on the fly. So we're gonna change direction totally and go back to day one. Debut. Maybe that was a sign, I don't know. We're gonna go to the debut album. I just heard it today and yesterday. That's why I made the video. These babies are spinning from time to time. Yeah. Let's go down to the beginning, back.
Die.
that choir. Then it's kind of crooner, you know. Ooh, I said, come on. He always does that. The break. Just gonna check. Ooh. Yeah. And then it just goes straight into White Wedding Part 1. Let's just hear the guitar. Ah, you know the drill. I love that intro. That's also why I'm putting Billy Idol in and it's maybe hard to put him in a place because we got small sprinkles, you know. What do you call it? Tricks, sounds from anything from in the, I was about to say metal sometimes, you know, borderline metal guitar work, tunery, solos. But I guess the Wikipedia calls it new wave, I think. Rock. He's a rock singer, you know, and I get that. But I also I don't think he's so neat to put it in one, you know, just one word or two maybe, because when I hear Billy Idol, I also hear a crooner. I would call him a punk rock crooner, if that makes sense. He's very, you know, from half of the time I was about to say, he's like, you know, he's really crooning a lot. And we also got some vocal, you know, tricks from Iggy Pop, I guess. But yeah, it's we got lots of flavors. Later on the album, we got some, I don't know what even I always heard it as some tribal ish June. It almost have bongos, and stuff. It's not a prog rock album, that's for sure, but it's more than just, kitchen rock, or just empty calories, I think when we're talking Billy Idol, and especially the first, and that's my knowledge, most of my knowledge is built on album 1 and 2, as I said. I was about to say, I forgot the point. Maybe it will come back to me in a second or two. But anywho, I think I'm just gonna keep on riffing, and then maybe it will come back, because the sun is really going down. I think we have 5 minutes tops, then lights is out. But yeah, I always thought of Billy Idol as a soft punk rocker. Also, it's, and I was talking about it. It's not too. It's too pop, poppy. It has some edge, and he's howling a lot. He's doing those screams, primal, whatever. That's also a borderline metal thing to do, or rock and roll, because I guess it comes from Little Richard in the end, every time, the legend. Yeah. So, and it's funny because when you look at the discography, there's only 8 studio albums. So it's not like he is overfloating the market. And I guess it would be funny to see or cool to see a 40 anniversary editions of these 2 albums, especially with some maybe some of the CD bonuses on it, because that much, I know there is bonus out there on CDs, but I don't have them, and they could do something awesome with these 2 in a reissue, because the sound is great. Maybe that was what I was, where I lost the thread earlier, 5 minutes ago. I was about to go into the production, I think, is spot on. We got some great bass work on every track, and of course the guitar is it's not like powerhouse guitar, the best ever, but it's just enough, and then we got the 80s sound with the synthesizers and stuff. We even got some clap machine going on, and he's using every breaks. It's like, and that way it reminds you of groups like Roxy Music, where or stuff like that from the same area, and and radio music also, I'm thinking. So he's just so dirty that my mom and dad never got into him. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's like Iggy Pop, Alice Cooper. It gets too dirty, too sexual. So I guess that was the problem with Frankie Goes to Hollywood also. But as I say, I dig it, man. Billy Idol, I still defend it. It's better than a lot of stuff from that area, and he's cool. He's a cool dude, as far as I know. Yeah. And we just heard the opening track. Come on. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good opening track, and that's not even the single, I think. It could have been, but I'm not familiar with that on a single. That's just the opening track on the album, and then it goes into what becomes a single, White Wedding, and so on. And also one of the great things about these albums are every track has a new flavor, you know. As I said, it's not prog rock, but it's not sleepy rock. It's not like he's sleeping at the wheel. It's like very inventive, very, and that makes for a fun listen. So yeah, is this just as fun as Telex? No, I don't think so, man. That's the underground Kraftwerk for you, and the sun is down, so I guess that's the cue. And no, I don't know enough about it, so I'm only kidding about the underground Kraftwerk. But anywho, I'm gonna give it a listen. I'm curious, and yes. So we heard some Billy Idol. Yeah, we talked about it, and I don't know if you like it, but I do. You can write down below if there's a special Billy Idol you think we should go into. Yeah, until that, I will say as usual, I think. I don't have a mantra, but maybe I do anywho. I'm gonna do this and say, you know I love you, and domo arigato. Thank you very much. Danke vel. Yes. Amigos. And next video, I know we don't got many viewers on it, but we gotta do some more Viagra. We're gonna do that album, and we're gonna do Pearl Jam soon, and more Alice in Chains. Yes, that's the I don't know the order, but that's in the telescope. So I made it. I did it. I beat the sun. Yeah, for once. Come on. Yeah. Bye now.